that is true. That is right.
So I thought
Got you on.
I'd like to call to order Lamar City Council regular meeting Tuesday, October 21st. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I have a roll call, please?
Goodchild.
Here.
Wick.
Yes.
Sturgeon.
Here.
Bruns.
Here.
Pick.
Here.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. I'd like to welcome everybody to the council's meeting today, all those watching on TV as well. Today we open with two hearings. Our first hearing is on the Southwest Commercial Development Project. At the October 7, 2025 meeting, council set this as the date and time to hear public comments on plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of costs for the Southwest Commercial Development Project which has been named the Crossroads Commons. The proposed schedule is November 12, 2025, bids opening at 2 p.m. November 18, 2025, award. November 6, 2026, completion of the project. I'm going to open the hearing and ask for comments regarding the project. Seeing no one approach, I'm going to close the hearing. Time for receiving comments is closed. The administration recommends council approval. The estimate for the project is $3,682,479. Questions from the council? Jason, anything on this?
You mentioned the name. I heard you mention the name. Yeah, so it's that plat preliminary is going to P&Z on the 28th of October.
Then I'd seek a motion.
I'll move to adopt resolution number 2549 on plan specifications, form of contract, and estimate of costs for the Southwest Commercial Development Project.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
One more comment. So this will go out for bids, and then at some point there will be a development agreement that comes back to council for approval, so, between LBIC and the city.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? May I have a roll call, please?
Goodchild.
Yes.
Wick.
Yes.
Sturgeon.
Yes.
Bruns.
Yes.
Pick.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. We have a second hearing. This is on the 18th Street Southeast Drainage Repair Project. At the October 7, 2025 meeting, council set this as the date and time to hear public comments on plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of costs for the 18th Street Southeast Drainage Repair Project. The project involves the construction of additional storm sewer intakes and the upsizing of existing pipe. The schedule is November 6, 2025, bid opening at 1 p.m. November 18, 2025, council award. To be determined the completion with 20 working days in there. The recommendation is, Mayor, I'm going to open a hearing and ask for any comments regarding the project. Seeing no one approach the podium, I'm going to close the hearing. The administration recommends council approval. The estimate for the project is $165,000 to be funded by the Storm Water Fund.
It's still to be determined the completion. I think I mentioned that in the past, but there is a stipulation that in there that if they're going to start it this year yet, that they complete it this year. And if they can't, then they can start it in the spring. But once they start, they need to complete it in the same year.
Is any of this going to affect the way the new school's location is?
No.
I mean, it's too far east
Yeah,
to,
this is.
okay, I just didn't know if they tied together enough to where we have to be concerned.
No, there may be, once we get further into design of that, there may be other storm sewer that happens at the intersection of Central and 18th, but this is to the east of that.
It's to the east, I know, it's badly needed, but I was just curious.
All right.
Motion to adopt resolution 2550 on plan specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost for the 18th Street Southeast Drainage Repair Project.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? May I have a roll call, please?
Sturgeon,
Yes.
Pick,
Yes.
Wick,
Yes?
Goodchild,
Yep.
Bruns.
Yep.
Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on. General discussion. This is a time in our council meeting where citizens have an opportunity to approach the podium. Please identify with your name and address, and any concerns or thumbs up or anything positive about the community that you'd like. Try to keep your comments as brief as possible.
My name's Bill Dalton, and I live on 315 18th Street Southeast. I wanna say about 6 things, and some is very concerning. I don't. This is just what I see, you know. And first thing I want to say is thanks, Clark, for all you did. The length of service you did for this community, and what you said. You asked questions. You didn't just say yes to everything. You asked questions and wanted information. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
I want to thank the police and the fire. There you are. I got to ride in the fire truck. You know, that was a big thing with the state. They recognized that our kids didn't, in tennis, never really, school was out, so they never, when they got state level, they never got recognition. So that was cool. I'm for you, man. I'm praying for you, too. But this is where the business starts, okay? Do we have DEI in this town? Are we, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion? Are we having that? There was discussion on that before. I asked about that, never got an answer. So I want to know, because the president's come against that. The Supreme Court just ruled on that. So I want to know. So if it is, why? It should never be allowed. Nobody should be given priority over anybody. It's all merit-based. That's how it should be. That's how we were brought up. You get up, you work, you produce, you qualify. You don't just, I had to take a test. I had to do stuff for college. I had to qualify. We should be doing that. That's going to make us stronger. Okay? That's number 2. This is the question I got. Did you speak on one of the meetings that some of the projects don't have to be open to the public? I remember hearing something about that, seeing something now.
There was a discussion as to what is for public bidding and what is not. There's a dollar amount where certain things fall underneath that threshold.
Okay.
And that's why we have city staff that handles those.
I just don't want, transparency is, when I heard that, I just had a question like, Why would you be hidden from some, you know? That was a question I wanted to answer. I'm gonna talk about crime that I see. Might not even be recorded, okay? Number one, I was in a store in Lamar's. I've never seen anything like this. Now I wanted, as a coach, I wanted fire in their eyes when we were gonna play somebody, okay? Fire in their eyes means they're focused, they're gonna give it their best shot, whatever. This lady came into this store, and I was at the counter gonna pay something, and she goes, "Do you have security cameras? They're robbing from me every night." Exact words. I saw it. And the guy said, "We don't have it here, ma'am. You're gonna have to go to Sioux City or something." But then when she left, the clerk said, this is hard to say because he said, "There's 4 guys came into the store, broad daylight. They got cameras." And I'm not saying anything bad against this police. I think they do a heck of a job, okay? I do. It's a tough job and it's getting tougher. But he said they ripped it off the store, broad daylight, cameras on, police come, and they said, "We don't recognize these people. We don't know if we'll be able to get them." Now that's a shame because maybe we better look at ICE coming in if we get, and I'm not against legal immigration, guys, at all. It's okay to have legal immigration. But when this town, when I came to this town 29 years ago, you could leave the doors unlocked. And you know what? What's this gonna all cost us? I don't mind natural growth, but I see these high rises, and you stack people on top of people, and you don't have to pay taxes for 7 years. I wish I had, let's just shut the taxes off on 7 years for the people. If we can just throw, to me, it's throwing around money. I get they're gonna produce more money, people are gonna come. And is everything low income? Are these companies coming in, are they gonna be paying good wages? Why do we always have to have, I like builders around this area building. I don't see a lot of that, okay? My wife said, keep it clean, but I'm trying to show you, this is what I hear from people on the street. I'm just asking questions. Are you in favor of doubling the population? I can't find one. Now I'm sure builders, or not builders, but the guys coming in building these high rises, they're gonna love it. Realtors are gonna love it. But
Big correction. I don't think there's a realtor out there that loves it. Go ahead.
okay, because I really,
Big correction.
I thank you for allowing me to talk, because I want to get all this out and then I want some answers. Okay, I got a sheets. I could have handed it to you, but I want faces looking at me until at the end.
I would suggest if there are certain specific questions that you want answers to provide that to the city administrator in writing so we can get back to you.
Okay,
Because at this point in your speech, I have heard of one thing that you want an answer to.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna give you the sheet. Guys, I'm not even against you guys. I've had your son in tennis. You're doing a good job. You know, all that stuff. But I'm gonna get back to it. I'm seeing a lot more graffiti than we go all around this town. Walking, riding bikes, whatever. Seeing a lot of graffiti. That's a sign. I'm just saying signs that are troubling, okay? With the building of the new elementary on the south side of Lamar's, I would hope you would reroute the trucks off of 18th Street. Just looking forward down the line. Because traffic lights, yeah, that's gonna help, but there should be trucks rerouted. They should have multiple routes out of the elementary school to minimize congestion, safety for the parents, kids, teachers, and staff. One way in, one way out, that's gonna be a,
Those discussions are happening, Bill.
okay,
The traffic on 18th is being discussed very seriously at this point.
okay.
But it's very preliminary, but I think everybody's in full agreement.
See, yeah, and I think myself, the people on 18th Street, they're saying, yeah, we can't have trucks coming down
Right.
on that stuff. But, guys, I was late to coming on this doubling the population. I don't want to be late on 18th Street. That's why I don't know what's going on there. But water costs, this is the last one. Why are the biggest companies using 80% of the water paying 30%? I could be off on some of this percentage-wise. While the other people using 20% of the water paying 70% of the cost. Why is it that we have to have that difference? You know, I would have handed this out to you too, but you know what? My printer's not working, but when the taxes go down a little bit, I'll be able to get a new printer and it'll be nice and clean. But that basically, guys, that's a little, I want to have you think about these questions. I'm going to hand it to you now. I'm done with it. I want to thank you for listening and providing feedback to these concerns. We've had a beautiful, safe, prosperous town and school for many years. Will our families experience this in the next 10 years and beyond with the agenda you have? It could be. I'm asking the question. I want you to think about it, because these are heavy decisions. You got a lot of people in this town. I'll guarantee you, a lot of people don't want to double the population that fast. They want to assimilate these people in and welcome them in. This is a welcoming town. But you shove that fast, there a lot of them that are nervous. Okay? You have the responsibility to make wise decisions, listen to the majority of the people of Morris. Your print will be on this town. What are we going to have more of? Yeah, that's all I got, guys. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Bill.
Yep.
Where are you gonna give up? You have enough? Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll give them a copy, Bill.
What's that?
I'll give them all a copy.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
Good morning. Nick Mullally, 115 12th Street, Southwest, Lee Mars, Iowa. I had a couple questions about a couple of the projects that have been going on. I've just kind of been coming to these meetings and stuff and listening to, like Highway 75. You guys are going to redo that. About $11-12 million. And came to that meeting and said, were you guys going to tear out all the concrete and pour new concrete because you poured over, or somebody poured over the old concrete and it's busting up real bad and it's not holding up and stuff, and I was just kind of concerned if that was true or how you guys doing that.
What's the question, Nick?
You guys are tearing up the old concrete on 75?
Complete removal.
Completely replaced.
Well,
Tear it all out,
That's
way
the plan
out?
right now, yeah.
Because it's, you pulled our,
well, we're in the process of determining what needs to be done with that. So it might even be a little bit preliminary to say that that's exactly what's gonna happen.
okay,
We're in the process of design, which would affect what it looks like, okay? So to say that we've given the go-ahead on an $11 million project is not correct.
okay.
We
No,
are, we are in the design phase.
Okay.
We may do it,
yeah, because you,
but
they poured
final
concrete over
decision,
the,
that's what had been done.
oh,
That's what
it doesn't
had been
work.
done. That's correct. That's
The
what,
same
and as we discussed at our last meeting, we're spending almost $900,000 this year to patch that. So the question is it more responsible to continue patching, or is it more responsible to take it all out and start all over? And that's what is going on right now. we're in the process just trying to make that decision.
Yeah, one correction, we didn't spend 900,000 this year.
Okay,
The previous years.
Yeah, total,
sorry.
total has been about 850.
okay, sorry,
Over the
I'm
years.
misspoke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And, yeah, and another thing, yeah, so we're looking at, I mean, we just hired an engineer to do all the studying of it. And, I know testing, CTS has recently done the subgrade testing of it, so that report should be coming soon. So then we'll decide what is.
Are they gonna raise it from like the airport road to the bridge? Because that was, when we had that flooding, that part was just the only section that was flooded out. You know, so if they raise it up, we could at least get out to Sioux City or whatever we had to do, because we had to, you know, no way of getting out anywheres.
Your brother
At that
has a
time.
plane.
Huh? He had a jet ski without a life jacket on.
And then to the 11 million, I hate when that gets out there. I mean,
Right.
a couple headlines in the papers have been attention grabbers because they stick a number in there. Keep in mind, this number, just like the municipal park number, that was just thrown in the
Yoga
paper.
Park, or
Those numbers aren't finalized, okay?
Oh.
So the 11 million for this business highway 75 is a look from way up here. If we were gonna do this from here to there, what could it cost? Okay, so that's a high level number. Once DGR gets into the design of things, that number is gonna change.
okay.
So the same with municipal park. I made the comment that it went from 8 something down to 6, but the 6 is not finalized yet. So let's not be throwing it in the paper that it's gonna
Right.
cost this, because it's
Well, that
not
was
gonna
what,
cost
the
this.
meeting I came to, you guys said that was what they were doing, is 11 to $12 million.
Yeah.
And then, but my question is does that work, like pouring concrete over concrete? You know, I mean, if
Well,
you guys are
it's-
replacing
That's-
it,
It's
That's
called
not what's
white
gonna,
topping.
right.
Nick, what, 6 years ago? You know, when we were told this was the solution, was to pour concrete on top of concrete?
yeah,
And everybody in Lamar's knows just how well that worked out.
right. And you
Okay.
guys are gonna do 12th Street Southeast now, grind it down and pour it. You guys
That's gonna
brought
be
that up
12th Street Southeast, the one that,
for $3 million.
well, yeah, so from 2nd to 4th,
Yeah.
that's a complete removal and replace.
That is, because when you guys poured in front of my house, I got a 6 to 8 inch pond